starts to start a lot of these games?
There's a lot that goes into it, but all comes down to just being ready to go. It's that plain and simple.
Jalen, that last score you guys had, the one that Jazz shot the layup on with about 15 seconds left, you guys drained a lot of clock there on that possession. Are you happy with how that possession go? Are you trying to get something off earlier? You're trying to go for the three? What's your process there?
I was looking for a three, but I just saw him wide open, and with enough time to kind of play a trap, steal, foul game, obviously didn't go in our favor, but we had more than enough time and opportunity to kind of get to where we want to get to.
Jalen, you guys hadn't been in trailing in either series, first two series, now 2-0 heading on the road. Just kind of what's the regroup here?
The regroup starts tomorrow. That's it.
Jalen, you guys are obviously 51-1 team in the regular season. You're here in the Eastern Conference Finals, but that starting group specifically has struggled this postseason. I think minus 50 throughout the three series. At this stage, how difficult is it to tinker with stuff like that? Also, I guess from your vantage point, what are you seeing with the issues offensively, defensively, that group hasn't necessarily been able to get to play?
Yeah. Obviously, we can finger point and say this is wrong, that's wrong, and say it's this person's fault, that person's fault. But collectively, we gotta get it together. That's really it.
Based on what you've seen from the group all year, do you feel wherewithal up in there to get it together and actually come back with this deficit?
Yeah.
What makes you confident about that?
I've said this so many times that I have the utmost confidence and trust in our teammates. We've been in positions where we've been counted out and we found a way to win. So just one step at a time.
When you say with the starters that it just boils down to we have to be ready, what does that mean and what does that look like?
Just means you got to come with a physicality and tenacity, intensity, to start the game. And it's all regular season. Guys pretty much get warm in the first couple minutes of the game. That's league wide, and then now there's no time to kind of get warm. Like, you got to be ready, and that's what I mean by that.
Jalen, you guys were tied going into the fourth quarter, and then they picked up a 10-point lead before you battled back. What did you see in that fourth quarter in terms of communication? And is it somewhat challenging? They played 11 guys, and some guys didn't get in until late in the game.
Sorry, what's the question? Sorry.
What'd you see defensively in that fourth quarter, and is the fact that they played 11 guys add some more challenges to you?
The 11 guy thing. That's all on them. That's their coaching staff and what they want to do. So, it is what it is when it comes to that point. Defensively, I just remember there was a couple possessions where we had two on ball, and then they got a layup. They got the bank shot. Off the pick and pop. Just the rotations weren't there, and there were things that we needed to do to obviously help each other out when it comes to defensive rotations. So and they weren't there, and so that's what led to that 10-point lead, and get the ball back from there.
Yeah, Jalen, couple more. You mentioned the rotational stuff. A lot of those baskets kind of came on not necessarily a first action by them. It was a second cut or a third cut.
Yep.
That eventually set somebody free, someone went the wrong direction or something. Is there something more difficult about communication on a third action per possession than a first, beyond just the obvious of you have to do it 3 times instead of 1?
Yeah, the easy way to say that, the answer is that yes, it's difficult. But as a team, we got to this point doing the things that we do, and so we've done those plenty of times this year. So we need to continue to do it, especially at this point in the season where it means the most. So that's it.
Jalen, after the Pacers beat the Cavs, Kenny Atkinson said that the Pacers are kind of like a college team. He meant that with the utmost respect. It does seem like they get late in games and they're still running stuff and there's actions in their sets. Everybody talked about their pace and the physical toll that would take, but is there a mental kind of, not fatigue, but a mental sharpness you have to have more so that's maybe impacting teams going against them because of how steady they are throughout games and the sharpness you have to have?
I mean, I guess, yeah. But we're in their conference finals. Like, nothing else matters right now. We have a game every other day. We're playing in a very high stakes moment. So the mental, the focus, everything has to be there. There is no question about it.
Last one.
Jalen, what's your message to Knicks fans in terms of the tenacity and the toughness they can expect from this ball club as you head to Indy now?
My utmost respect to the Knicks fans. They've always been there through ups and downs, and then they're very knowledgeable sports fans. So for me, I guess what I want to say to them is obviously we got to continue to fight. So it's going to take one day at a time, one game at a time. We can't look ahead. We can't think about anything other than just game 3 at this point. So that's just my mindset going forward.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
I recorded the rest of my phone. I don't know what to do.
I'm trying to pay a hit. I'm trying, but. So what